What up, beautiful book people, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. I am challenging myself to make sure that I am still giving y'all the goods, okay? It ain't easy, but I'm trying. Today, I am back with some cozy book recs. Now, we're doing a little, 5 for 5, right? Not really 5, because your girl can count, but your girl I be taking liberties, okay? Today, I wanted to give you guys some of my favorite fall cozy book recs, but I also want to give you some accompanying TBR as well. I didn't feel like doing a full October TBR or anything like that because I'm all over the place. I be cheating on my books, like my friend says, I be cheating on my books. I see something and I'm nosy and I'll put one down and pick up the other. But these are all books that have been on my TBR for the fall season that I want to get out. So to me, cozy season is from October through December. It's just different levels of cozy. Honestly, we could count January because January we'd be getting the snow, at least where I'm from. So today I'm giving you some of my favorite cozy book recs in various categories, along with a little bit of TBR and hopeful. So if you're interested in seeing all of those, then just stay tuned. So I really feel like a lot of my favorite cozy books and things of that nature are not necessarily put into a cozy genre, right? A lot of my personal cozy fantasy is not marketed as cozy fantasy, but to me it is cozy. So I have a lot of recommendations here that aren't necessarily focused in a specifically cozy genre, but they read very cozy and comforting and kind of everything that you want this time of year. The first one, listen, y'all know I love to just see people doing regular shit in books. I also love it when it's people doing regular shit and getting loved on by multiple people, okay? And so Shon gets it right when it comes to cozy Black romance, but especially cozy Why Choose romance. And the Bliss Peak series, if you want some good, spicy, but cozy reading, you gotta get into the Bliss Peak series. So this is set in the fictional town of Bliss Peak, North Carolina, and I wish it existed because if it did, I would go right now, okay? Winston-Salem who? I wanna go to Bliss Peak. So first, book one, right? Book one is Just Right. This one is loosely based on Goldilocks and the Three Bears. We have Miss Golden. Golden is out, trying to get her best, outdoor life on, right? She's hiking, she's doing all the things, but your girl, she gets a little weary. She's struggling a little bit and she stumbles upon a house and she needs to go to the bathroom. So she breaks into the house. She uses the bathroom, she does all the things. She finds some bomb drinks, gets her a little bit of food, and falls asleep. And when she wakes up, there are 3 fine ass brothers standing over her with a gun pointed at her. Cause they're what the hell, okay? So we have Sincere, Lorenzo, and Romeo, and they're all so yummy, but they're all varying degrees of wanting Golden so bad, but also kind of rejecting the idea of this amazing woman that they've always hoped for falling into their laps, especially Rome. Rome is the one that we got to get with the program, but this is just the perfect Why Choose story for me. We have these very deep and rich characters that they love on each other so hard. And it's the acts of service for me. It's the way that they go out of their way to do things for Golden and not only make her life easier, but just to take care of her. And I love that they all kind of range from very cutesy to very kind of serious and rugged, but they all have a softness to them and they just all love on our girl Golden so good. Golden is kind of she's living the dream. Perfect cabin in the woods, 3 men to dote on you, in a bookstore. she's living the dream. It doesn't get more cozy than that. And then we also have Seeing Red. This is book 2 in the Bliss Peak series. You guys are going to be getting a reading vlog, I think probably sometime either this weekend or like during the week, of me working on this book. I'm working on this one. What is it? Moth to a Flame by Ashley Antoinette. We had some good reads in that reading vlog, so stay tuned for that. But this right here, I actually love it even more than Golden's story. This one follows our FMC, True St. John, and she is really and truly looking for a getaway. She is an author and she has been reeling from the death of her sister. She's truly lost her other half. And since that devastating loss, she really hasn't been able to like get her groove back when it comes to her creativity. She just always feels very bogged down when it comes to her thoughts. And so she decides to go out with her grandparents in Bliss Peak. Now, we do meet the grandparents in book 1, so you see if you catch that, okay? They have a little family cabin out there, and she decides she's going to set up shop and just try to give herself her own self-made little writer's retreat. Her first day out, she's having a great time. She's comfy, she's cozy. She's like, it's time for me to go ahead and jump in the shower. She jumps in the shower, she's having an amazing time until she looks up and she sees something that looks like a bat. She runs out of her bathroom with nothing but a towel and a shower cap and runs over to the cabin next door. And that is where we meet Mr. Noah. Noah is like her residential sweetheart. He's tatted and he has the long luscious locks and the glasses, but he is just so cutesy. He's so cutesy. And the minute he encounters her, this like batshit crazy woman on his doorstep in her towel and her shower cap, begging him to go get the bat out of her bathroom, he falls hard. So imagine how his best friend and roommate Grayson feels when he comes home and finds the woman that he was just ogling over the night before hand in hand with his best friend. Everybody likes everybody, but they're not quite admitting it yet. And I love it. I love it. It's the perfect menage a trois. It really is. And again, this is another story where we have all of these characters going out of their way to take care of each other in one way or another. The way that they immediately just latch on to True, and all of a sudden, like, we go from getting an animal out of her bathroom to now we're making dinner for her every night and she's coming over and spending all of her time with us. And you know, it's so cute and it's not forced. It's so natural. And the way I want to reread this book, because this is the epitome of blanket, hot chocolate, fireplace going with a good book. And this is the good book. And did I mention that she's a writer? I think I did. Yeah, she's a bookish girly too. We love the bookish girlies in romance. This was such a good one. So I highly recommend, if you're looking for something that's going to be super sweet and cozy, something that's going to have depth to it, but still they be fucking, you gotta get into Bliss Peak. You have to. And I adored Seeing Red. Oh, I love my books where we just have Black people doing regular shit, right? Like, I love that. I love it. And so there are 2 that I really want to get off of my list this season. So on my TBR in that category, I have Real Men Knit by Kwana Jackson. This just reads, it just gives super duper cozy. I've had these books in my collection for a while and I'm trying to knock some more off of my physical TBR. When their foster-turned-adoptive mother suddenly dies, 4 brothers struggle to keep open the doors of her beloved Harlem knitting shop. This just sounds so incredibly cute, cozy, maybe a little sad too, but it sounds like it's going to be a phenomenal read. I've heard really great things about this, and I have the first 3 books. The goal is to get at least 1 out of the way, but if I really enjoy it, I'll probably get the second one out of the way too. I do also want to work on What a Match by Mimi Grace. Mimi Grace does really great, sweet, cutesy romances. I read one last year. I think it was Make a Scene. and that one was really, really cute. It was like a fake dating situation. I'm excited to get into this one because it just screams fall vibes. You see the cover. It's fall vibes. Y'all, I love me some cozy fantasy. I love that cozy fantasy where they really just ain't doing nothing. But I also do love it when cozy fantasy also gives me adventure and suspense and spice. And no one really does it better than Kimberly Lemming. I love me some Kimberly Lemming, and the Mead Mishap series is everything. I have all 3 books. I'm just showing you guys the current cover. This is the only book that I have the current cover in. This one is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human, but I absolutely adore all of them. That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon was amazing. That Time I Got Drunk and Yeeted a Love Potion at a Werewolf was phenomenal. So I love all of them, as well as the novellas that are in there too. They are so incredibly cozy, and I think it's the type of fantasy world that it's in, right? Like we're in Boo Hale, okay? And in Boo Hale, like Boo Hale is full of a bunch of people that are just living life. Like life is worth living, babe. Right? And so this one specifically follows the long lost Cherry Hot Pepper. In book 1, we're introduced to her sister, who believes that she is long gone, dragged up by a lake monster, and never gonna see the sister again. Well, it turns out the sister has been being kept by a dragon all this time. We have a depressed dragon who has just been holding on to her. And of course, one of the dragons that Bree has come into contact with, her older sister, has also been looking for his mate. He's sick of seeing everyone else getting all booed up and finding their perfect pair. So when he comes across Cherry, he's like, that's mine. That's mine. He's so grumpy and he's such a problem, but like in the best way, because he's old, right? He's old and he is such a problem, but like he's also just so cutesy, and I love it. And of course, Cherry is just everything I love in a Kimberly Lemming FMC. She is adventurous, but like incredibly funny, super sweet and loving and caring, but also like takes no shit. If you have not gotten into Kimberly Lemming, especially for someone who's trying to get into more monster focused books, you got to get into Kimberly Lemming. The spice, look, this spice be going hard. I'm just saying, just be prepared. But I feel like Kimberly Lemming's books are a great place to start. The world building, the characters, the depth. But it's also, like I said, just very, very cozy. Like the world itself is very cozy. Yeah. Y'all got to get into this one. Y'all know I'm all caught up in Boo Hale. So I have to have some more like monster-ish fantasy romances on deck. First things first, I have to continue the King verse. I read Boss by the Orc earlier this year, and now it's time for me to go ahead and get into summoning the orc, and I feel like this is the perfect season for it. We have a young woman doing some witchy things who accidentally summons and pulls an orc through a portal. And I'm here for it. It's giving all of the magical witchy elements, but also like those kind of like slightly brutish, but like lovable orc characteristics. I love the way Sam King does orcs, because orc romances are such a slippery slope, and Sam King does them so well. So I'm definitely going to be getting into summoning the orc. I think I'm gonna get into it this weekend. Yeah. Do y'all hear that? That's Hank. Hold, please. Y'all, that dog is such a big goof. I think he's sad because he's cut very short and he misses looking like a hairball. But if you want to know how much of a big goof he is, here's some photo evidence. He's a goof. All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. Once I finish summoning the orc, I definitely also want to get into, I accidentally hired a shadow walker by Miss Jessica Cage. Y'all know we had a great time with Jessica Cage for book club a couple months back. So y'all know I'm gonna get into that. I also feel like Jessica Cage does a really, really good job of giving us monster paranormal that reads cozier. Especially because we have like these elements of like Black woman characters, Black friendship and family. And so it reads really, really well and just kind of gives a cozy vibe. Like there's something about those books that just, it feels like you need to read them in October, you know? That one just came out this week, so I already have it downloaded on Kindle. Period. We have some more witchy things going on. This is going to be more so on like the cutesy side of witchy. This is one of my favorite cutesy paranormal / fantasy series. I feel like a lot of these series really do cross between paranormal and fantasy. And a lot of them, like I was just talking to someone about that the other day, like, are dragons just fantasy? Because dragons show up in paranormal worlds all the time, you know? This one is so cute. Witchful Thinking by Celestine Martin. We have our witch and our merman. We have Lucinda Carraway, who goes into making a few wishes with her cousins, right? And these wishes backfire, but they backfire in such a way that it forces Lucinda into doing things that she never would before. That includes taking a chance or a second chance at love with the merman who broke her heart. This was such a good read. It's so cute. It's sweet. It's a little spicy. I would say more steamy than spicy. But it's good. It's so good. And then book 2 was amazing as well. Getting ready to work on Deja Brew. This series is absolutely beautiful, especially if you just love anything Black witches. It gives very much Black Gilmore Girls energy. So with that really cutesy witchy vibe with Celestine Martin, there are 2 in my lineup that I want to read. Candy Corn Curses by Aria Daze. I already told y'all that if you didn't pick it for book club, I was gonna read it anyway, and I absolutely will. It's already downloaded in my Kindle app, and I'm excited. That one, I believe, if I remember correctly, we have some succubus action going on. Yeah, so I'm excited to get into that one. I was told by several friends that it was an amazing read. Everything Aria Daze does is bomb. I love the way she meshes magical elements into her books, and I just love the way she writes Black characters. She writes characters that mirror the people in my everyday life, and I love that. Yeah. And then we also have The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This one has been on my TBR for a long time, and I really want to pick this up and get through it this year. It just looks like so cute and whimsical, and I've heard nothing but really great things about the series, so that's definitely what I'm going to be getting into. This year has been the year of cozy mystery for me. It's gotta be Tita Rosie. It's gotta be Tita Rosie. I have so many recommendations that I could give for cozy mystery at this point, but Tita Rosie has had me on lock. This series I have just been locked into just for months now. I got to meet Mia a while ago, and she's phenomenal, and it shows in the books, like the culture, the food, everything. We even get a little bit of romance in there as well. This follows our main character, Leela, who is returning to Shady Palms. After a little short stint in Chicago, she left to go to culinary school, ended up with a guy that ended up breaking her heart and cheating on her and getting her into some things that she didn't really want to be a part of. And so when her Tita Rosie calls her and says, hey, you need to come back. I need help with this. Like, I can't do this on my own anymore. It's the perfect segue. and a much better excuse than, well, my ex was cheating on me, so I came home. So she comes home, and as soon as Leela lands back into Shady Palms, things get dicey, right? They get dicey. People start dying left and right. In Arsenic and Adobo, we have the death of their local food critic and her ex-boyfriend. And everything just takes off from there. I just finished Blackmail and Bibingka, getting ready to start Murder and Mammon. I am just in love. I'm in love with the world. I'm in love with the characters. It's so cozy. And what I really, really enjoy about this series is that you never really fully know who it's going to be. Even if you guess who it's going to be, that's not the full picture at all. Mia P. Manansala does such an amazing job of merging a cozy world with mystery and very serious topics, right? She does an amazing job with that. So love this series. So highly recommend the Mavis Miller series. The first book is It's Elementary, and it is so good. It's perfect for this time of year because it is set around like that elementary school PTA mom drama kind of situation. We have our main character, Mavis Miller, who ends up being party to and subsequently doing her own sleuthing on the mysterious disappearance of the school principal. It was so good. Again, love the characters. I love the culture. We have like it's a Black AF book, which I absolutely adore. But we also have a lot of serious topics, including gentrification, the just defunct school system in general, all of that stuff. It's so good. It handles so many topics, but it is also such a cozy read. Like, it's the kind of read that I put on like an audiobook while I'm like cooking a really yummy fall meal. I say that from experience. It's such a good series. So definitely check out the Mavis Miller series by Elise Bryant if you're looking for something that is also really cozy and Black AF. I have one cozy mystery that I absolutely have to get off my docket before the end of the year. That is Savvy Summers and the Sweet Potato Crimes by Sandra Jackson Opoku. When I saw that book, I was like, I need that on my shelf. I need that on my shelf. That one just sounds amazing. It's another small town amateur sleuth mystery. We have a soul food cafe owner who ends up kind of being surrounded by a lot of rumblings about the death of someone within the community related to her restaurant. So I definitely want to get into that one. Like, I have to, 100% have. Last but not least, look, sports romances hit different in the fall. A lot of them just read so cozy. Right now, I'm currently working on Pucking Sweet by Emily Rath. I love me some Emily Rath, okay? Like, she's my kind of gal. And that is getting me all the way in the feels. There's something about hockey romance in the fall that eats down. So y'all have to get into One for the Team by Aria Daze. We have a FNC who is a mascot for their local hockey team. I mean, she be doing the flips and the tricks and all of that good stuff. Like, she is agile, but she also has a hating ass boyfriend that doesn't think she can do better and doesn't think she has options. So when she steps out, he doesn't really believe her when she says, babe, I don't need you. She really doesn't need him because she has about 3 different hockey players right there waiting to dote on her every whim. When I tell you, it was spicy, but it was so cozy. Another one where they take such good care of each other. Yeah, Aria Daze, I feel like Aria Daze and Shon both do an amazing job at giving us Black characters, giving us queer poly romances that are very, very cute and cozy and carry a level of intimacy that you don't always see in a lot of books. Like, Aria Daze eats down. Highly recommend. And that one is in like a holiday series, so there are some others in that series as well that are really spicy and short holiday reads. So I highly recommend all of them. They're all really good. And anytime I have a genre obsession or a trope obsession, I'm gonna get it in Black. So it's time for me to go ahead and work on Assist by Alexandria House. I really enjoy the St. Louis Sire series. Now, I will say that this series reads very differently from Alexandria House's other works. And I think that you will either really, really like it or just kind of not, right? I am in the category of really enjoying this series. The first book is Goal. The second one is Holding. And then we have Assist. So yeah, this one follows Orlando. So I have been locked in on this series. This one I'm actually going to be annotating. I've been annotating all of the books in the St. Louis Sire series. So I'm excited about that. I've been considering doing annotate with me videos. So you guys let me know if you would like to see that. It'll just mostly be me like giving you a little synopsis about the book, and then we sit down, calm music, and I show you guys how I annotate. So you let me know if you would be interested in that. But this is one of my favorite hockey series. We don't get a lot of Black hockey, and I love that we have a fully Black hockey team that is owned by Black people. So those of you who have read other books in the Alexandria House universe, this hockey team is owned by Big South, Mr. Everett McLean. Y'all know I love me some Big South. So yeah, it's Black AF. Y'all know anytime I love something, I gotta put it in Black. I gotta get it in Black. All right, y'all, that is it for my cozy book recs. I apologize for the howling doodle. He going through something. He's in his feelings a little bit. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. I'm gonna go downstairs and give him treats and scratch behind his ears and love on him, and he will be fine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Y'all let me know what are some of your favorite cozy reads for this time of year, and I'll be back pretty soon with some more good shit. Bye.